Number 10. Furniture moving on its own. On the 10th spot on our list is a chair that mysteriously moved. And it has not happened only once, but twice. The first one was caught by the security camera when the restaurant was closed at night. A high chair in the bar counter toppled down on its own without any force placed on it. There's also no one in the room that could have possibly pulled a prank. The video was uploaded by the owner of the bar, and from then, people did not stop speculating the reason behind the unusual incident. A week after the incident, it happened again. But this time, it happened in broad daylight while customers are dining in. The chair moved in a jerk motion that even a customer checked if this was manipulated, but no prank was pulled. The owner said that it was their first time experiencing such incidents for the past 27 years, but they believe that if it was really caused by ghosts, they just pray that these are the good ones. Number 9. Moving shy Egyptian statue. Next on our list is an Egyptian statuette at a museum in Manchester. A CCTV video by the museum itself showed how the statue moved and turned its back away from the people little by little. It seems like the statue is embarrassed by all the staring and attention that the tourists are giving him. Uncomfortable with all the attention it was getting, it slowly turned away from the sight of the people. Egyptian relics are popular for their mystery and unusual spookiness they hold. So it's not really that surprising to know that such stories exist. But to explain the reason behind this moving Egyptian statuette, the officials in the museum said that the unusual movement is due to the vibration caused by the footsteps of the people visiting the museum. The question is, why is it the only one that moved and all other nearby statues did not move at all? Spooky. Number 8. Blinking Snow White with her 7 dwarves. Continuing with the spooky statue moving clips, next on the list is the blinking Snow White. The group who caught this on camera were really on the hunt to find unusual and spooky phenomena in unusual places. And when we say unusual places, it does not mean a haunted house or an abandoned building. We're talking about the cemetery or creepy places like this old amusement park. The group went looking for any unusual happenings in an old amusement park in Veracruz, Mexico, called Reno, Mexico. And they did not go home empty-handed. As they're looking for statues, they see a creepy-looking Snow White and her 7 dwarfs. Snow White looks really weird with her distorted face, and she emitted a creepy aura, so they decided to zoom in on her face, when suddenly Snow White blinked and batted her lashes. It's as if it is saying that she is alive. Number 7. Kitchen Ghosts. Ghost stories and creepy happenings in a hospital or in a creepy building are pretty common and expected. But what if it happened inside your own home when you should feel safe? It would be extra spooky and creepy if these spooky things happened in your very home where you feel the most secure. This next clip is really spooky since it happened in the comfort of a home. At first, the owner was living peacefully in his house until some uncommon things happened in the kitchen. He always leaves things in his kitchen tidy, but one day he finds them all over the place. Chairs are upside down, kitchen cabinets are opened, and his kitchen utensils are on the floor. To know what happened, he set up a camera in his kitchen, and soon after he left, all the things in his kitchen moved from here and there. He suspected that there must have been a poltergeist in his kitchen messing with him, but comments say that the video was manipulated. Number 6. Buddha statues blink and moved lips. Imagine yourself meditating and praying in a temple when suddenly the statues that you're praying to started to blink and move their lips. By instinct, you would be weirded out and think that the end is near, so you'll pray more and ask for forgiveness. But the people in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, took out their phones to record this moment. In the video, you can see how the Buddha statues moved their lips as if they're talking. All the Buddhas in the temple exhibited such movements, and some even blinked and rose their chest as if they were breathing like human beings. This phenomenon went on for almost an hour. Experts said that it must have been caused by lighting to make an illusion that the statues are actually moving. Some people commented that it was the low quality of the whole video that made it seem like the statues were actually moving. But until today, there's no scientific evidence that can explain this spooky statue talking phenomenon. Were they actually manipulated, or were they possessed by temple ghosts? Number 5. The moving chicken cart. Aside from moving and blinking statues, there are also moving carts. In a town in Indonesia, there has been a report of an unusual moving cart. This chicken cart has been selling chicken noodle soup and other local street food to several customers, be it household or employees. But on one particular night, caught by security cameras around the building where this cart was parked, an unusual incident happened. The chicken cart moved without anyone operating or manipulating it. According to the residents who personally saw it with their eyes, no force was exerted for it to move in such a manner. Other people who saw the video also claimed that the cart was blown away by the wind, but the residents who saw it happen were absolutely certain that there was no wind blowing when it happened. Experts said that it may have been caused by the unleveled concrete floor. This incident was even reported on national news. Number 4. Moving hospital wheelchair. Next on our list is the moving wheelchair. If you don't like hospitals, this clip might make you hate it even more. In the middle of the night, where it is totally dark and quiet, there's this lone wheelchair that suddenly moved on its own, like it is being operated by someone. The hospital staff was stunned after they saw a dead man's old wheelchair moving on its own. They believed that it was being used by the spirit of the former owner of the wheelchair. The guard on duty of the night shift saw the wheelchair move on its own with nobody operating or riding it. Comments said that it was a prank, but no strings are attached to it that may have helped it move in such a manner. The director of the hospital explained this bizarre wheelchair incident. He said that it was probably caused by the wind, since it was certainly a windy night when the incident happened. They also reenacted the movement of the wheelchair to explain it further. But for us, it seems like the ghost patient is trying to escape the hospital. Well, maybe it's not just you who hates hospitals. Even these ghosts hate it. Number 3. The dancing leaf. Some plants really move in response to their environment, like how the sunflower's head moves where the sun is located, or how a plant closes when it's nighttime and blooms when it's daytime. But what if a plant dances like it was partying and dancing with the beat? Watch this clip taken by a couple who went into a forest and saw this unusual plant. They took a video of the plant swaying back and forth like it was dancing to a beat. After a couple of minutes, they decided to take a step closer to the plant and stopped it from dancing. But as soon as they released the plant started to dance again. This took the social media into a state of awe and at the same time creeped out by the unusual movement of the plant. Experts said that it may have been the wind or the natural tropism of a plant causing the movement. But the one who took the video strongly claims that there was no strong wind blowing when it happened, since the other plants are not moving. Comments said that the plant may have been possessed by a forest ghost. Regardless, a dancing plant is pretty awesome, but spooky at the same time. Number 2. Moving park equipment. The next clip that we will show you will absolutely creep you out, since the movement of the park equipment seems like it was actually being used by someone. It happened at night when the police officers in a particular town in India noticed the unusual and spooky movements of the park gym equipment. You can see on the clip that the equipment is moving in a vigorous up and down motion, just like how it moves when an actual person is using it. The police officers were astounded by the spooky movement of the equipment since they cannot really explain the reason behind the incident. It was neither windy nor a prank set up by someone because they did not see any strings attached to the equipment. Since most of the police officers saw the incident with their own eyes, we can say that many witnesses can attest to this incident. Number 1. Moving stuffed toy while playing Ouija. There are different ways to call spirits in communication with people on the other side. Stuff like chants, rituals, or boards like the Ouija board. These 3 friends went on and used it just to try if it really works and probably just for fun. To use a Ouija board, the participants must lightly place 2 of their fingers on the Ouija pointer. Then the participants will ask questions and the spirit will answer by moving the pointer to the corresponding letters on the board. In the case of these 3, all seems to be going well in the course of play when the stuffed toy on top of the cabinet started to move while they're playing. One of the guys noticed it but slightly ignored it, but as the stuffed toy continued to move in a very unusual manner, it certainly got their attention. They immediately stopped playing the Ouija board to investigate the moving stuffed toy. They stopped playing with the Ouija board probably because they were too creeped out to continue. Mysterious moving objects might be caused by supernatural beings, or it may just be our imagination playing with us. We're not really sure. It's up to you if you'll believe it or not. But for us, There are things that cannot be purely explained by scientific reasons. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to see more of our future uploads.